Every single time you pick up your phone, make a call, or stream a video on mobile data, your phone is communicating with the world using radio frequency waves. But have you ever stopped to wonder how much of that invisible energy your body is actually absorbing? If you've ever dug deep into your phone's legal settings or looked at the fine print on a tech spec sheet, you've probably run across three letters: SAR. It stands for Specific Absorption Rate. Lately, with the global rollout of 5G and the fact that we are more glued to our devices than ever, SAR has become a massive talking point online. Some people claim it's a hidden danger. Others say it is nothing to worry about. Today, we are stripping away the myth and looking strictly at the science. What exactly is SAR? How much it is measured? And do you actually need to worry about it? Let's break it down together. Let's start with the basic definition. Specific absorption rate, or SAR, is a standardized measure of the rate at which radio frequency energy is absorbed by the human body when exposed to an electromagnetic field. Now think of it like this. Your phone is a tiny radio transmitter. To talk to a cell tower miles away, it sends out radio frequency energy, or RF energy. When you hold the phone against your ear, some of that energy passes into your body. SAR quantifies this by measuring power relative to tissue mass, and it is expressed in watts per kilogram. Now, here is the most critical piece of science to understand. The radiation emitted by your cell phone is non-ionizing radiation. This is vastly different from ionizing radiation, like X-rays or nuclear radiation, which carry enough energy to break chemical bonds and damage DNA. Non-ionizing RF energy doesn't have the power to alter your DNA. Instead, at very high levels, its primary biological effect is simply generating tiny amounts of heat. SAR is the metric regulatory bodies use to make sure that heating never reaches a level that could harm you. So how do scientists actually figure out a phone's SAR rating? They don't test it on real humans. Instead, they use high-tech laboratory models like phantoms. These are precise molds of the human head and body filled with a specialized liquid mixture designed to simulate the electrical characteristics of human tissue. During testing, a phone is placed against the phantom and turned up to its absolute maximum power level, a state your phone rarely reaches in real life unless you are in an area with incredibly poor signal. A probe measures the energy absorbed by the fluid. Because governments take safety seriously, strict legal limits are placed in SAR before a phone can even hit store shelves. In the US and Canada, the Federal Communication Commission sets the limit at 1.6 watts per kilogram, average over 1 gram of tissue. In Europe and many other parts of the world, the limit is 2.0 watts per kilogram, but it is averaged over a larger area of 10 grams of tissue. Any phone sold legally by a major manufacturer operates safely below these thresholds. Here is where the biggest misconception happens. Many consumers look up SAR ratings online, see that phone A has a rating of 0.4 and phone B has a rating of 1.1, and assume phone A is much safer. But public health agencies point out that a lower SAR rating on a spec sheet does not automatically mean a phone is safer in daily use. Remember, SAR testing measures the phone operating at its absolute maximum capacity under laboratory conditions. In the real world, a phone continuously adjusts its power based on how close you are to a cell tower. If you are standing right next to a cell tower, a phone with a higher maximum SAR rating might actually emit less energy than a low SAR phone. Struggling to find a signal inside a concrete basement. As long as a phone is certified below the legal limit, it is considered safe for consumer use. If you are still concerned about RF exposure and want to minimize your absorption out of an abundance of caution, you don't need to throw your phone away. Because RF energy drops exponentially the further it travels, tiny changes in how you use your device make a massive difference. First, use speakerphone or wireless earbuds. when taking long calls to keep the physical device away from your head. Second, avoid making calls in areas with poor reception, like elevators or rural valleys. When your phone has low bars, it works twice as hard and spikes its power output to stay connected. And third, don't sleep with your phone right under your pillow or next to your pillow. Place it on the nightstand a few feet away or flip it into airplane mode. Understanding this here helps us to cut through the internet panic with broad scientific literacies. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more science explained. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.